Hello everyone, I'm Ihsan. In this video, we will compare the two best smartphones so far, the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. After using these two smartphones for a while, we want to share several advantages and disadvantages of each smartphone that are perhaps rarely discussed in other comparison videos. Okay, now let's delve into the comparison and determine which one is the best. First, let's directly compare the main cameras of these two smartphones. If you consider the resolution, the S23 Ultra camera immediately appears superior. The main camera of the S23 Ultra uses a 200 megapixel resolution, while the iPhone 15 Pro Max comes with a 48 megapixel resolution main camera. The camera quality on these two smartphones is considered excellent for daily use in various conditions, as both are highly reliable for capturing various photos and videos with the best quality so far. The photo quality produced by both is almost the same, with only slight differences in white balance. Photos from Samsung tend to be a bit warmer and yellowish, while photos from the iPhone appear cooler and bluish. Regarding photos, both perform equally well in various conditions with excellent details. The camera on the Samsung smartphone has a slight advantage over the iPhone for long-distance photos. It can capture images at a further distance than the iPhone. The zoom features with 10x telephoto lens on the Samsung S23 Ultra are very useful for reading text at a distance that cannot be read directly from where you are standing. Next, regarding video quality, the video quality of the iPhone 15 Pro Max is slightly better than that of the Samsung S23 Ultra. The iPhone 15 Pro Max consistently produces videos that are more balanced in terms of color and contrast in various conditions, both indoors and outdoors. However, videos from the Samsung S23 Ultra are also considered very good, and not too far behind compared to the iPhone, especially considering that the zoom lens can reach slightly farther objects when recording videos on the Samsung S23 Ultra. Moreover, for high-resolution videos, the S23 Ultra is superior, supporting 8K 30fps recording. Meanwhile, the iPhone 15 Pro Max can only record at a maximum resolution of 4K 60fps. However, the advantage is that the iPhone supports low-profile recording for maximum quality if you want to color grade the video after recording. Apart from both smartphones having high-resolution video recording features, the video stabilization feature on both smartphones includes the action mode features on the iPhone and super steady features on the Samsung. Both support stable video recording with a maximum resolution of QHD or 2.8K. From the video preview I recorded, it seems that the S23 Ultra video is more stable than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. However, when we examine the video recording results in the gallery, the video results from the iPhone appear more balanced with less jelly effect. Additionally, the lighting on the iPhone is slightly brighter and has less noise than on the Samsung S23 Ultra. Furthermore, the optical zoom feature on the S23 Ultra comes with a telephoto periscope lens supporting 10x optical zoom, while the iPhone only comes with a 5x optical zoom telephoto lens. When using the telephoto lens for digital zoom in photo mode, the Samsung S23 Ultra is superior because it can support up to 100x digital zoom, while the iPhone can only zoom up to 25x digital zoom in photo mode. In video mode, the S23 Ultra also appears to zoom in a bit further because it supports up to 20x digital zoom, whereas the iPhone 15 Pro Max can only achieve a maximum of 15x digital zoom. Next, when comparing the portrait photo mode, here we can also see a slight difference between the two smartphones. On the iPhone, portrait mode can be used with 1x, 2x, and 5x zoom lenses, whereas on the Samsung S23 Ultra, only 1x, 2x, and 3x zoom lenses are available in this mode. When comparing the cinematic mode on the iPhone with the portrait video mode on the S23 Ultra, both support video recording at a maximum of 4K 30fps. The difference here is that the lens options available in iPhone cinematic mode are 1x and 2x zoom lenses, while on the Samsung the options are 1x and 3x zoom. Additionally, on cinematic mode, there is the advantage of the iPhone lens option, which can still be zoomed 2x while recording a video, while on the Samsung, there is no longer options to move the lens when recording a portrait video. Then for the front camera, both use a 12 megapixel resolution camera. Although they both have a resolution of 12 megapixel, the photos taken with the front camera look quite different. Samsung front camera photos appear brighter, while iPhone front camera photos seem to maintain more detail overall. For build quality, especially in the frame section, the iPhone 15 Pro Max has upgraded the material by using a titanium frame. while the frame on S23 Ultra uses an armor aluminum frame. It is possible that it will be replaced with a titanium frame in the next S24 Ultra series. If you compare bezel sizes for the bezel on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, when directly placed side by side with the S23 Ultra, the edge bezel still looks slightly thicker on the iPhone than on the S23 Ultra. However, the bottom bezel is now thinner on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And beside that, the bezel on the iPhone also looks symmetrical on each side of the screen. Unfortunately, the dynamic island on the iPhone still looks very large at the top of the screen. For the display, both come with top-notch screens on their respective smartphones. The iPhone 15 Pro Max features a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR with 120Hz refresh rate, and the Samsung S23 Ultra features a 2x dynamic AMOLED screen with a 120Hz refresh rate as well. In terms of brightness, the iPhone still outshines the S23 Ultra. The screen on the iPhone 15 Pro Max can reach up to 2000 nits, while on the S23 Ultra, it's only 1750 nits. Next, for performance, with the powerful Apple A17 Pro chipset in the iPhone and Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset on S23 Ultra, for daily use is expected to be very smooth and fast on both smartphones. However, when comparing the speed of turning on the smartphones for the first time, it can be seen that the iPhone is still superior to the Samsung S23 Ultra. The AnTuTu results when we tested the iPhone 15 Pro Max were also slightly higher, with a score of 1,471,000, while on the Samsung S23 Ultra, it was 1,429,000. For the battery, the capacity of the S23 Ultra is much larger, with a capacity of 5000 mAh, while the battery capacity of the iPhone 15 Pro Max is 4441 mAh. For the charging port, both use the USB Type-C port version 3.2, and the charging on the S23 Ultra is slightly faster, supporting a maximum charging speed of 45 watts, whereas on the iPhone, the maximum is only 20 watts. Both also support wireless charging with a maximum of 15 watts, but reverse wireless charging is only available on the Samsung S23 Ultra. The operating system used on the iPhone now runs on iOS 17, while Samsung uses One UI 6 based on the latest Android 14. Both have very clean and user-friendly UIs that are very comfortable to use. They also come with various new features that are very useful and interesting. Next, the weight of the iPhone 15 Pro Max is now lighter, as the frame material has been changed from stainless steel to a titanium frame. This has a significant impact on the weight, which is now much lighter. The iPhone 15 Pro Max now weighs only 221 grams, while the S23 Ultra weighs 234 grams. Although the difference seems small, when held directly, the contrast can feel quite significant, considering that the smartphone is something that you always hold and carry everywhere every day. Then for the SIM card slot, the S23 Ultra is better here, because it comes with a dual nano SIM slot, whereas on the iPhone there is only one nano SIM card slot. Considering the various advantages and disadvantages of these two smartphones, for our personal preferences and usage, we prefer the S23 Ultra over the iPhone 15 Pro Max, except for video recording, where we usually prefer the iPhone 15 Pro Max over the Samsung S23 Ultra. However, for the daily driver, we still use the S23 Ultra. So, to choose which one is the best, you can decide based on your own preference and needs, considering the advantages and disadvantages of these two smartphones, since both are among the best available. To explore further comparisons of the iPhone 15 Pro Max and Samsung S23 Ultra, you can tap on the video appearing on the screen. Hopefully useful. See you in the next one.